In an extraordinary career that has spanned over 60 years, Alex Xydias has become one of hot rodding's most enduring legends. With SoCal Speed Shop, he's created one of the most famous brands in the sport. With his streamliners and belly tanks, he has broken numerous land speed records. And with his camera, he has given us the definitive movie on this great sport. But it was in high school auto shop where the love affair with cars and racing began.
I went to auto shop, which I regret to say now schools don't have vocational classes anymore. I think that's terrible that they don't. And I took auto shop at Fairfax High School in Hollywood, and that's where I learned to take motors apart and put them together, and that's when I really wanted to enjoy that kind of a life. But my first kind of a hot rod custom combination was the 34 3-window coupe that I had. It was a beautiful black. I took the louvered side off the hood and put solid hood sides on because it looked really cool and custom. Of course, with a flathead, it made it run hotter, so it boiled all the time. It was just one of those stupid hot rod things that we did in those days.
And for every young hot rodder, there was but one goal: to race on the dry lakes of the Mojave Desert.
We knew what was going on up there. We'd heard about the lakes and the SCTA, and we were seeing more hot rods in Hollywood and driving around. So my friend and I decided to go up there and see what it was all about. We got there kind of in the middle of the night, and people were warming their cars up out on the lake bed and doing a lot of kind of stupid stuff. But we slept in the car till dawn, and then watched famous people like Edelbrock and Bob Rufine run their cars. And as I said, we also dressed up trying to make ourselves look like them. And anyhow, it was fun, and obviously it stayed with us because we both became hot rodders.
It was a friendship with another great icon in hot rodding, Vic Edelbrock Sr., that was to set Alex on the path to success.
To me, Vic Edelbrock was the most important part of my speed career, my speed shop business career. My record holding, all that goes back to Vic Edelbrock Sr. He made a great impact on me before the war when he was the leading roadster guy and doing so well. And then one time I went over there and he had this new low super manifold. All the manifolds at that time had been high rise. Well, here was the carburetors were far apart and you put the generator over on the head. It was such a departure that I went home and wrote notes to every service guy I knew around the world, telling them, wait till you see this Edelbrock Super when you get home. But Vic helped me get my business established. Surprisingly enough, I think what made me start the speed shop was just this constant, boy, when I get home, I'm gonna be a hot rod guy. And I thought, what better than to have a speed shop? I started my shop in 1946, but it was just a store. And I didn't have any place to work on a car or anything. So it wasn't until '47 when I moved over to Victory and built that little Sears prefab garage thing that I actually had any room to work on a car. Until then, I'd had this custom 34 Cabriolet that I had a Carson top on and stuff. And everybody would stop to look at that, but it wasn't a hot rod. And I pretty soon realized that the name of the shop was SoCal Speed Shop, not SoCal Custom Shop. So I decided it was time for me to start to race. So we built the little belly tank with the V860 in it, and that's how I got going. I wanted everything at our shop to be first class and clean and neat and everything. And a lot of the hot rod guys didn't really care about that, and that's fine. I mean, you know, they just take them up there and race them, and they were covered with dust and everything. And they were having just as good a time as I was. But because I was representing SoCal Speed Shop, rather than just myself up there having fun, I wanted it to be a clean, neat machine, and everything we did was the best way we could possibly do it.